started doing stand-up comedy when I was 14. When I was 15, I started working at the Renaissance Festival, and that was a seasonal gig. But I got specifically into like theater type improv when like 3 years ago. There's a couple characters that just kind of came from me. I do an English voice. I've been able to do an English accent since I was about 4 years old. And I usually go by Evelyn or Edith when I'm in this voice, and because it sounds more English than Haley. Haley doesn't really roll off the English tongue. And that just kind of came from this whole attitude of like, I don't know, like the shows Are You Being Served and Absolutely Fabulous, where there's like very dry, direct sort of talking. There's a little bit of Eddie Izzard in there just because I think he's brilliant. But then there's these other characters that I do, like Martina Antonelli, who's an Italian Jew from New York, so I'm double the guilty, double the fun, who's sort of a variation of like Fran Dresser and sort of the stereotypes that we see out of that area. But then there's other ones like Dandelion, who is my Southern Belle, and she's just the most wonderfully exaggerated person and just loves herself intensely. And all of those different characters, I personally see characters like a veil. They're not an absolute takeover. It's not like Zool's coming. There is no Haley, there's only Zool. It sort of becomes like this focus on a part of you. So there's a part of me that is wonderfully, obsessively in love with myself. There's a part of me that's very self-loathing. There's a part of me that is childish and mature and over-sexual and under-sexual, and then there's just me. And I think having an outlet to sort of express an exaggerated version of myself is really part of the drive for me in improv, is that I get to explore not only myself but my relationship with other people. I think it's interesting, like, because some people when they get into improv they make it about like oh, I'm doing this big art thing, I'm doing this big I want to express, like that's cool. Like there's always an artist inside of, you know, the museum, if you know what I'm saying. But the majority of the people that I like to play with and that I gravitate towards are the people who are just like, I just want to play. And I think this has been said ad nauseum. PJJ Cokes, who spoke at TEDx in 2010, he talked about how like people don't play anymore. And I play all the time. I pretend my floor is lava, and I pretend that I'm a princess, and I get really ridiculously excited about things, and I'm not embarrassed about it. And I think that improv has allowed, obviously giving me a safe place to like maturely do that. Like, oh, I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna go play pretend with other adult people, and at the same time, like I have a place where I can just be really excited about all the things that I'm always excited about. Like I'm always excited about people and ideas and connections, and